On the other hand, how about having a conversation about institutions and the adoption of institutions on Sunday morning? In addition, adieu, take a seat, relax, and let's dive in at Bitcoin $58.40, which has decreased by 1.36% over the course of the previous 24 hours, while Ethereum is currently trading at $2,483. A loss of 56 cents on average has occurred, resulting in a price decrease of 1.74%. Greetings everyone, we are currently at Chop City, which is this entire 50-degree area, if I may be completely honest with you. In reality, it has brought City all the way up to almost $6,566, which would be the first indication of a breakout for that particular market. Despite the fact that the price was only $0.55, there was a little attempt to recover and return to the $0.60 territory. The second indicator would be that the total market capitalization of cryptocurrencies is still hanging above $2 trillion, coming in at $2,060,000,000. Additionally, both USDT and USDC are coming in at respective dollar pegs that are higher than the 75-cent threshold. After scrolling down, we view the stuff that is still available. It is imperative that I pay particular attention to the market of Chainlink, which is currently available for a price that is lower than $11. I had told you about the possibility of the Chainlink falling below 10, and I could see it hovering somewhere between $7 and $10. I made this warning around a month ago. When I think about it, this is going to be a very significant buy. And as soon as we hit the zone of single digits, the value of the Chainlink will quickly double. I have witnessed this, and I believe that this is what the future will bring. In spite of the fact that there was a considerable growth in the past, the market as a whole is still in the process of finding its equilibrium. One of my goals is to considerably broaden the scope of my Chainlink portfolio. In particular, I want to increase the amount of Link that I currently have by a factor of 2 or perhaps 4. XRP and Link were the two cryptocurrencies that I was considering when I initially started talking about cryptocurrencies. For the most part, I believe that the prices of both were somewhere between 30 and 20 cents, but you can understand how the story turned out. Following that, Chainlink reached a high of $20, while XRP fell to approximately $3. Despite the fact that it is very clear that I made the incorrect decision, there is still time to make an investment in these assets because they have a great deal of potential. As I indicated earlier, I am of the opinion that Chainlink is currently making operations. Additionally, I strongly suggest that you carry out your own study in order to verify this. Therefore, I will be working with the cryptocurrency folks to make this a really straightforward and easy 10x for us going ahead. I believe that if we work together, this will be a really uncomplicated event. I am of the opinion that everyone is aware of what Magic is, yet they are currently advocating for a breakthrough, stating that the price of Magic may increase to approximately 60 cents and eventually transcend 75 cents. We are currently positioned at the top of the incorrect sheet, the next item on the list, and we are still on the incorrect sheet. When we come over here and do a quick search, we can see that the price of Matic is now sitting. We were unaware that EOS, Rune, and Flow were still operating at the time. On Inflow, I do not own any of these cryptocurrencies, but if you do, you should get ready for a breathtaking September setup before we proceed with this discussion. Each of the top 20 cryptocurrencies had a fairly unique appearance. Presented here is a picture from 2017 that illustrates the top 20 assets. One thing that makes this screenshot intriguing is the fact that it contains people that you might not have encountered before. Both a Solana and a Chainlink are absent from this page. Sometime between the years 2017 and 2024, the ecosystem will go through a remarkable transformation. Cryptocurrency has taken on a new appearance. As the number of institutions that are adopting these assets continues to increase, we are able to state that a sizable percentage of these assets, which we have noticed today, are listed in the top 10 or even the top 5 of their respective categories. This pertains to Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Solana respectively. In addition to these cryptocurrencies, which other ones will gain major backing from institutions. The 16 list is Zcash. The BitConnect, the IOTA APSO, along with ED, Neo Monero, during the time that Dash was one of the top 6 cryptocurrencies, observe them. The question arises, where is it at this moment? Is it still the same as it was when it was $23? Just give it a very cursory glance. At that time, the price of Dash was $331, which was fully ended. According to reports, Brazil has removed Twitter from its platform and levied fines on its users. Being users of the product, let's see whether this article has any mention of it, shall we? It is my understanding that they indicated that the cost of using Twitter in Brazil is approximately $8,000 per day. It is intriguing to know the reasons behind their decision to prohibit this. Does it have an impact on the political scene as a whole? He is known to be a supporter of Trump, while Brazil is opposed to him. There is no question that this is a power play for Twitter. The attitude that they are taking heading into this election cycle is completely illogical. In spite of this, Charles Hopkins has stated that there is no need to be concerned because we are going to build a decentralized social network in Brazil. My congratulations go out to the individual who is taking advantage of the situation, but I seriously doubt that Brazil would make Twitter illegal. With Ted in Brazil. In spite of this, Hoskins is making the most of the opportunity he sees. Smokedog has made this available. It is confirmed in the presentation that institutional investors have prepared for the year 2024 that digital assets would experience a large wealth transfer. On our channel we have gone into great detail on this topic and other stories relevant to it. There is no doubt that cryptocurrencies will play a role in the big wealth transfer. Nevertheless, it is still early. For the time being, there has been no evidence of institutional money entering the market. Nevertheless, if it does, this bull cycle might be the final one. Remember that if institutions were to enter the market and start investing billions upon billions of dollars, the market would be completely saturated. It would be an indication that money is moving away from the regular stock market and into the cryptocurrency markets if the market cap were to increase to the region of $7 to $10 trillion, with a potential blow-off top of approximately $18 to $24 trillion. The marketer Nancy, in order to take advantage of a 3-month increase to the 3-month high, these institutions are not going to enter the market, only to later watch their assets collapse and decrease by 99% while doing so. There are now exchange-traded funds ETFs that include Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. In 2025, I believe that RP will be able to provide an exchange-traded fund. In my opinion, an exchange-traded fund ETF will also consist of a collection of assets. From what I understand, a potential security is considered to be eligible for sale if it is included in a basket among other potential securities. At some time, these markets will reach a state of stability. This bull run raises the question of whether or not it can be maintained. To what extent do we have sufficient policies in place to safeguard them? Are there sufficient regulatory clarities in place to guarantee that money will arrive in a secure manner? In any case, it is going to be an exciting period. Your forecasts for the years to come are something I am interested in hearing when I have finished watching this video. As Jay has already mentioned, there will surely be an increase in adoption, and there will be an increase in the amount of liquidity that flows into digital assets. This will result in more professionalization, as Joanna has already mentioned. The demand will always be higher than the supply. Because it is essential for digital assets, it has resulted in a substantial impact or the significant wealth transfer that is currently taking place. Not given enough credit. Certainly we are living in a really exciting time to be alive. To put it simply, I am the big wealth transfer. We have been talking about this scenario for almost 4 years, and if it does not happen now, it will happen during the next bull cycle, which is when all wealth will pour into cryptocurrencies. Already, there are a handful of them in existence. It is expected that central banks will also participate in this market in amounts as more institutional capital joins the market. First, we will digitalize the market by using either the digital money issued by the central bank or stable coins, and then we will go forward with the process. For this reason, I want to make sure that I have provided adequate coverage of everything. Do I not have it pulled up despite the fact that I believed I still had it? I did tweet about remaining in the same location. Please visit my profile right now and have a wonderful weekend in Prisoners of War. The stablecoin that PayPal uses has attained a market capitalization of $1 billion in just 383 days since it was first introduced. At that time, people were discussing stablecoins, which are coins that do not require a central bank to issue them. What is Ripple doing? Despite the fact that stablecoins have lower volatility than currencies that are always changing, a great number of individuals would choose to use them rather than digital assets